Have you ever struggled to explain a complex idea in a way that truly resonates? It's a challenge we all face. Whether you're presenting a project, teaching a concept, or simply trying to share your thoughts, the ability to communicate effectively is crucial. I've always admired Eskemoz's knack for breaking down intricate topics into digestible, engaging content. That's why I'm thrilled to be collaborating with him on this video, where we'll explore the art of explaining complex ideas. Together, we'll delve into practical strategies and techniques that you can implement immediately to enhance your communication skills. From simplifying jargon to crafting compelling narratives, we'll cover a wide spectrum of approaches to help you become a more effective communicator. We often fall victim to the curse of knowledge, assuming our audience understands what seems obvious to us. Remember, what's clear in our minds might be foreign to others. To combat this, avoid jargon and technical terms that your audience might not grasp. Instead, opt for simple, everyday language. Simplify, simplify, simplify. By breaking down complex ideas into smaller, digestible chunks, you make the information more accessible and easier to understand. How do you condense a complex idea into a tweet? Challenge yourself to articulate your point in 140 characters or less. This exercise forces you to distill the essence of your message and identify the most crucial elements. If you can explain it concisely on Twitter, you're well on your way to mastering clear communication. This restriction compels you to prioritize the most critical information. Think of information as building blocks. To construct a clear understanding, you need to arrange these blocks in a logical order. Start with the foundation, the fundamental concepts, and gradually build upon them. This step-by-step approach prevents overwhelming your audience and allows them to absorb information progressively. Abstract concepts often fly over people's heads. To make them stick, ground them in reality with relatable examples. Instead of discussing theoretical principles, illustrate your points with real-world scenarios that your audience can connect with. For instance, if you're explaining a financial concept, use examples from everyday life, like budgeting for groceries or planning a vacation. Don't limit yourself to just one format. Experiment with different approaches to engage your audience. Webinars, for example, offer an interactive platform for explaining complex ideas. Encourage questions and discussions to foster a deeper understanding. The key is to adapt your communication style to suit the medium and the audience's preferences. A picture is worth 1,000 words, especially when dealing with complex ideas. Graphics, diagrams, and other visual aids can simplify intricate concepts and make them easier to grasp. They act as a visual shortcut, conveying information quickly and effectively. Visuals can also break up text-heavy presentations, making them more engaging and visually appealing. Our brains love simplicity. When presenting a complex idea, focus on the 3 most important facts. This rule of 3 helps your audience remember the key takeaways without getting bogged down in excessive details. By prioritizing the essential information, you ensure that your message is clear and impactful. One size doesn't fit all when it comes to communication. It's essential to tailor your narrative to resonate with your specific audience. Consider their background, interests, and level of understanding. By adapting your message to their needs, you increase the chances of it being well received and understood. Don't just tell, show. Back up your ideas with evidence and credible sources. Case studies, for example, provide real-world examples that demonstrate the practical applications of your concepts. They lend credibility to your arguments and show that your ideas have been successfully implemented. Whether it's research findings, industry examples, or anecdotal evidence, supporting your claims with solid evidence is crucial for building trust and persuasion. Humans are hardwired for stories. Engage your audience with a compelling narrative that weaves your complex idea into a memorable tale. Stories create an emotional connection, making information more relatable and easier to remember. By transforming dry facts into a captivating narrative, you capture your audience's attention and leave a lasting impression. Sometimes, the simplest tools are the most effective. Imagine you only have a napkin to explain your idea. This constraint forces you to strip away unnecessary details and focus on the core message. Use simple visuals and illustrations to convey your point quickly and effectively. This approach is particularly helpful for brainstorming and initial explanations, where clarity and conciseness are paramount. Always be mindful of your audience's attention span and context. Recognize that people absorb information differently, depending on their mindset and environment. If they're tired or distracted, adjust your approach accordingly. Keep it brief, focus on the essentials, and use engaging visuals to maintain their interest. Don't dive headfirst into the complexities. Instead, start with the fundamental building blocks of your idea. Introduce complex components gradually, ensuring your audience grasps each step before moving on. This approach prevents them from feeling overwhelmed and allows them to build a solid understanding from the ground up. Be upfront about potential risks or challenges associated with your idea. Acknowledging these aspects demonstrates honesty and builds trust with your audience. More importantly, offer solutions or mitigation strategies for these challenges. This proactive approach shows that you've carefully considered the implications of your ideas and are prepared to address them. Use comparisons to illustrate the impact of your idea. For instance, if you're presenting a new business strategy, compare its projected outcomes to those of the current approach. This highlights the potential benefits and makes your arguments more persuasive. By drawing parallels between the familiar and the new, you create a bridge of understanding for your audience. Confidence is contagious. When you're explaining a complex idea, maintain a calm and composed demeanor. This projects an aura of authority and helps you command attention. Even if you encounter challenging questions or pushback, stay collected and respond thoughtfully. Encourage audience interaction and feedback. Invite questions, comments, and even constructive criticism. This fosters a collaborative environment where everyone feels comfortable engaging with the material. By creating a dialogue, you gain valuable insights into how your audience is interpreting your ideas and can address any misunderstandings. We've explored various strategies for explaining complex ideas, but the journey doesn't end here. I encourage you to experiment with these techniques, find what works best for you, and continuously refine your communication skills. Share your own methods and experiences in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. Remember, mastering the art of communication is an ongoing process. By consistently honing our ability to explain complex ideas, we unlock doors to understanding, collaboration, and ultimately, success.